Hi, and thanks so much for watching The Social Life. Today for MIA Thursday, I'm talking to entrepreneurs with a purpose about your morning routine because I think that this is probably one of the most important pieces of your day. It is truly what sets the foundation and how you get started in your day, like your mindset, everything. So I have 3 tips or things that I like to do each morning to help me be productive and just really get focused on what the goal is for the day and be able to execute. So the first thing that I'm going to start with is personal development. And just so I can say to you guys, yeah, I can see, I know. I don't have much makeup on today, probably nah, I put on some mascara. But anyway, yeah. Just disregard today, but listen to the message. So anyway, I will be off of here in just a minute. But basically, the first thing is personal development. I think that this is huge. So whether you like podcasts or you've got some favorite YouTube channels or maybe you are reading a book currently or whatever, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning and I like to spend that time either, pounding away on a project that I have, or I use that time for personal development. And if I do have a project that I'm really working on at 5:30 and I do that for my first hour, then when I'm getting myself ready, putting on my makeup, taking a shower, whatever I'm doing, then I'll listen to some podcasts that I really like or YouTube channels or whatever. Things where I can't actually be fully productive, but I could still be learning or I could still be listening to something. Or now if I'm reading a book and I'm really into it, I will spend that 5:30 to maybe 6 o'clock 30 minutes. I will spend that time reading the book. That way I know that I'm getting that time in. And then I move on to whatever it is that I want to do online or for the project or whatever the case. So what I'm trying to say basically in a very long-winded way is that personal development should be part of your morning routine because it really does put you in the mindset of growth and learning and motivation, whatever it is you might need in that morning, just to get your mind in the right set of hey, we're working towards our goal, we're working on a mission, whatever it is, just putting you in the right place. Even if you're waking up and going to work, this is a good just training for your mind to kind of get in that mode, get ideas going and things like that. So the next thing I do is when I'm really good about my morning routine, I work out. And some of you may have seen on Instagram that I got a treadmill. I put it in my Instagram stories and I was so excited about this treadmill. So I got the treadmill and now that's kind of my main mode of working out and I can do it from home and I love that because I don't have to go anywhere. And then I've got my little weights and I can work out with my weights and all that stuff. So basically exercising and doing all of that is great. I still will occasionally go to the gym, but not nearly as often as I used to. So I've got that part down, the personal development and exercise. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was my green smoothie that I make every morning and I love. And it really does I have to share this book with you. I've already shared it with you once and I've told you about the smoothie, but today I'm actually going to make the smoothie and show you what I actually put in it. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about this book. And the reason I want to talk about this book, Body Love, is because I love what she talks about. I mean, when she has on her cover, she says live in balance and things like that. But basically what she does is she works with clients to help them shut off their hunger hormones in the morning. And I think there's 8 of them or something. I don't know. She says I don't know, maybe there's 11. I have no idea. There are a lot of hunger hormones and many times we shut off a few of them when we eat. Maybe you might eat a protein filled breakfast or whatever, or you'll eat carbs or whatever it is. She's not telling you to exclude things. She's just telling you how to put it all together so that your brain is getting all of the food that it needs and the nutrients that it needs so that you can go on about your day and your brain can just function without worrying about being hungry. I am someone who generally doesn't like to eat breakfast, and I generally don't like smoothies either. So I want to say this as a disclaimer. These smoothies are, I don't even know how to explain this, but the smoothies are kind of warm. They're not really warm, but they're room temperature because once you put all the ingredients in and you have the cold milk, obviously. But once you put all the ingredients in and you blend it up, it kind of comes out to more of a room temperature smoothie. And of course you can always blend it again and put ice in it or whatever you want to do, or you can make it the night before and put it in your refrigerator, whatever. I am weird in that I love that it is a room temperature smoothie so that it's not cold when it touches your teeth or goes, you know, in your mouth. I'm not a smoothie person, but I really love this. It's a little bit more watery too. Sometimes, like, it can be watery depending on how much liquid you put in. And I really like that too because it's more like drinking it rather than like doing the whole straw smoothie thing. I don't know. I'm weird like that, you guys. So don't go off of me. But my point in saying all of this is basically when you're in a rush and you still want to be healthy and you want to get all the nutrients you need and you want to give your body everything that it needs, but you don't want to sit down necessarily and eat a huge breakfast, or maybe you only have time for a smoothie, I would say that her smoothie is the absolute best. It's called the Fab Four smoothie. And I think on my intern video, I talked about this a little bit and I said I would make a video on it. So this is the video. And I'm just going to take you over to my kitchen because this is, I'm in my kitchen, but I'm going to take you over to where I make my smoothies so that you can see all the ingredients and exactly what it is that I do. And I'll walk you through that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be using is my unsweetened silk almond milk. And she does recommend using milk like that's not, you know, not dairy. And then also I have my bone broth protein chocolate. And she actually recommends a plant-based protein. I like the bone broth, and I do use also my plant protein as well. So, I mean, you can use whatever you want to use, but basically you got to have a protein. And then she recommends using almond butter, and I actually really like using this chocolate hazelnut butter because it does give a little bit more of like a chocolatey taste. And this does have 7 sugars, so I'm sure she would not recommend doing this, but I'm doing this smoothie not for weight loss. I'm doing this because I actually want my brain to work, and this does that. It helps with all of that kind of stuff. And then baby spinach is the other thing that I put in there, and she just says use any greens. So I always just go get one of these per week, and then I usually end up using it all by the end of the week. And then flaxseed. So the 4 things that she says are proteins, greens, fiber, fats. Those are the 4 things that you need in this smoothie for it to become a Fab Four smoothie. And then she has about 1 cup of milk. And she says if you're going to use fruit, which is totally fine, just not to use more than 1/4 of a cup. I usually use bananas, and she says don't use more than half of a banana. So I just pop in half of a banana. And then I put in my greens. And I like to put my greens in first. So you just take like a pretty big handful. And I just push that down in there. And I like to put my greens in first down by the milk, because then I can put my other stuff on top and I know that it'll get mixed in once the milk comes down to the bottom when I flip it over. So then here is that. And I just put in like a small amount. And guys, I'm not turning it into a lifestyle or anything, but I do a lifestyle blog, but I do really think that this type of stuff, for you to be productive and to get all your stuff done, I do feel like this smoothie really helps me just get really focused and be really productive during my day. And so that's why I wanted to show this. And I haven't seen a lot of people talking about the Fab Four smoothie, which when I heard about it, I was like, what? I have to use this. It's amazing. And I think I heard about her on the Skinny Confidential and loved her. Love, 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 love. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn on the blender and So I want to show you the consistency of this. You can see how it's like kind of watery. Like I was talking about, there was a big chunk in there. I guess I didn't blend it that long. But anyway, you get mostly everything out of it, and you can kind of see like it's just kind of watery. And I don't know, I love that. So that's really it. Those are my 3 tips for the morning routine. I think that when you are setting something up where you know, you're taking care of your mind, you're taking care of your body in the morning, and then you're set to go. You don't have anything else you have to worry about. You just get started with your day and just get going. And for me, this is like how I'm able, to start my day, be productive, and have energy all day long. You know, like, I mean, there are other things that I obviously use that I will show you guys, like my afternoon tea that I use that's good for energy. Obviously, I have a cup of coffee in the morning, just so you know. I don't just rely on this, but I do feel like, you know, this is an amazing smoothie. I make the same thing every single day. I might change it up instead of adding like bananas, a lot of blueberries. And in her book, she has tons and tons and tons of recipes, and she explains why, you know, those 4 ingredients make up the Fab Four smoothie and what that Fab Four smoothie, where it came from and all of that. And so I just think she's a great, I think the book is a great resource if you are someone who wants to be healthy. I think it gives you great skin, and it gives you a lot of benefits just to the body at baseline. Like, I mean, you're eating your greens, you're taking care of your body, and so you're getting the protein you need. So I don't know, I just love it, and I don't want to make this video too long and rant, but this is the bomb. And all of you, if you are even remotely interested in a smoothie, should try this out. And if you at all like what I'm talking about and you want to learn more, this book by Kelly LeVeque is amazing, and I've already talked about it once in another video, but I'm telling you guys, I had to give her her own video because it really is an amazing smoothie, and it gives me energy for, I don't know, like 6 hours. I don't worry about, I don't really get like hunger pains or, you know, what used to happen. Okay, let me just really quick. The reason I even started using this is because what used to happen is I would maybe go through the morning and I might have like some eggs or something. And maybe I'd have some eggs and sausage or whatever. And then other days I might forget, but it didn't matter whether I ate or I didn't eat at like, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 11, sometimes like between that 11 to 1 hour, I would be like, I might have a headache. I would start to feel a little drained at like 2 or 3 o'clock. And I don't know how she put this all together. I mean, in the book, she talks about it, and I do love everything, but I just knew the smoothie worked. But she's a nutritionist. And so with her clients, which she has like famous clients and stuff, with her clients, she would just tell people like, start with the smoothie in the morning, and then we'll work on all the other food and all the other meals. But basically this smoothie and just her meals throughout the day are all supposed to consist of these 4 things, four ingredients that you need to be looking for: the fats, the fibers, the protein, and the greens. The fats, fibers, proteins, and the greens. You just need those 4 things in all of your meals, and you feel really good. And I'm not kidding. I mean, this is the best thing I've ever incorporated into my morning routine, just because it does last pretty much the entire day. It makes me feel really good all day. And of course, like, I eat at noon or whenever I feel. But the benefits of what it does to your mind and all of that are amazing. So anyway, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I will try to cut this video down so it's not as long, but that's it for Managing It All Thursday, and I hope this really helps you. And if it does, let me know. If you decide to try this or get the book, let me know. And I will leave the link down below to get the book, and I'll be using my affiliate link, so if you do purchase it, thank you for supporting my channel, and I guarantee you'll love the book. So anyway, let me know if you decide to try this out and what you thought. It might not be your thing, so it's okay if you don't like it. But I love this smoothie. It's amazing. And you probably have this stuff in your house right now that you could just go make, you know, to try it out. But anyway, Hope that helped you guys. I will see you on Tuesday of next week. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Also, if you haven't already, come join the Social Life Tribe on Facebook, and the way to do that is to sign up for the Social Life Diaries. I'll leave the link down below to the Social Life Diaries so you can sign up for that, which is the weekly newsletter that I send out, just basically talking about the things that I learn on this journey of the social life. And I'd love to have you in the Social Life Tribe. That's where I do all of my live trainings, all of my question answering and direct stuff that other people might benefit from in that group. So if you want to join a community of people who are also out there trying to live their purpose and unleash something amazing, come join us in the Social Life Tribe. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you next week.